line for the Roxy Pro Women's Surfing Championships. Roxy Pro finals are scheduled for this afternoon.
Today is the round before the quarterfinals. It's actually the first money round. You know, I'm definitely nervous. For sure, I want to do well. And the weird thing about surfing is that it's so much dependent on luck. You know, whoever gets that good wave is going to do so much better. And that's almost what allows you to be a little more calm. Because it's not just your performance alone, it's like the ocean.
You're gonna be tearing it up, you better. You better. I'm gonna be disappointed in you. Hey, Holley, you didn't see a blue and pink bathing suit in the bathroom, did you?
I stole it, probably.
I know you wanted to.
Because I so want to be a Roxy girl that I'm just stealing the equipment now.
I know. With Chelsea getting up?
Yeah.
Oh, it's clean, huh?
Yeah. It's not that big. Chelsea's amazing. She's such a good surfer.
I made the final last year and ended up getting third place, so people might have, you know, expectations, but you try not to think about that, and if I make it to the final, then I'll be stoked.
Good, you reckon?
I reckon it's good. I'm fired up.
Well, after the first elimination round of the Roxy Pro, now that we're moving into the second round, we actually are joined by the best surfers in the world. Somebody like Holley, who's come from the very bottom, worked her way up through, has surprised everybody. If she can maintain that momentum, she could have some surprising results against some of the world's best surfers.
Holley's, you know, she's so motivated, and that's like a really good team to have in surfing. If anyone's going to make it, you know, Holley has that motivation to do and that, like, do that kind of stuff.
It's sort of weird for me to be hanging out with Chelsea because she is such a good surfer, and so I'm always thinking in my head, you know, how do I measure up? It's frustrating to surf with Chelsea because she surfs so good.
She's rad. She's just a legend already. She's just 19.
25 minutes and top 2.
She's just such a good surfer to be able to learn from, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the quarterfinals of the first jewel of the women's Vans Triple Crown of Surfing, the Roxy Pro at famous Holley Beach Park. 1 minute to start for the first heat of the quarterfinals. This is a pretty stacked heat featuring defending women's world champion Lane Beachley in red, Chelsea Georgeson in white, Kim Wooldridge in blue, and Holley Beck in yellow.
First heat's the hardest heat. To go out in that first round and do well, it just gives you a whole lot more confidence going into the next round. It's all about the wave that you get into and the wave that you avoid, you know, having to duck dive. If you can just paddle quicker to where you need to go, it's a big advantage.
It's going to be a good heat, and I'm excited. If I can beat Lane in my heats, then maybe some way I can be world champ.
Sonny and Damien both kept advancing together. It, like, spurred the other one on, and I think it'll be the same with Chelsea and I, because I definitely want to do at least as well as she does, you know. Somebody to look at and go, okay, you know, she can do it, I can do it too.
Coming up next, Holley must prove herself as she surfs against the best female surfers in the world, including housemate Chelsea. As they prepare to tackle the notorious surf of Sunset Beach, surf politics drive a wedge between Sonny and Myles.
Wave closes out, but a solid opening wave for Holley Beck. This puts this long shot one step closer to the finals. But here comes Chelsea Georgeson in white, chomping at the bit to snag her first wave. The rising star from Australia is showing incredible skill on this wave. She is really starting to make a name for herself. Great ride, great opening ride for this young surfer, and with rides like that, she is definitely a serious contender for Rookie of the Year. And the judges give her a 5.83. That's out of a possible 10 points. But look out, here comes Lane Beachley in red, showing once again why she has won 4 consecutive world titles since 1998. A beautiful ride, down the line speed, perfect positioning here at Haleiwa. And with that wave, she moves into first place. The women are really putting on quite a demonstration here at the Roxy. Kim Wooldridge out of Australia, demonstrating why she's going to score some good points. In fact, she will pass Holley Beck and Chelsea Georgeson into second place with that wave. Holley Beck Beck isn't giving up so easily. On the next wave, beautiful bottom turn, big move off the top, great combination. Here she goes on the closeout section, soft at the top, and she goes down. And with just a few minutes remaining, that might have been her best bet of scoring some big points and moving on. The ocean's gone flat, just seconds remaining in this heat. 10 seconds remaining, and there they go. Both Holley, Beck, and Chelsea Georgeson charging waves. One last desperate push to make it into the final. Beautiful bottom turn by Chelsea. Oh my gosh, Holley Beck goes down, and Chelsea gets hung up on a rail and she goes down. Unfortunately, the final results for this heat, it has Lane Beachley in first, Kim Wooldridge in second, third place going to Chelsea Georgeson, and Holley Beck up fourth. So as Lane and Kim head to the semifinals, Holley and Chelsea will have to wait 2 weeks for the start of the second jewel of the women's Vans Triple Crown.
I just never really got one of the good ones. Sort of got a first one and thought, all right, here we go. You just get out of rhythm for a second, and at a place like this, when there aren't a lot of waves coming in and there's such a current, then you're done.
I think Chelsea was bomb, but I just kind of wanted to give her space. I lost. We're losers.
We're a loser.
We suck.
You know, I just didn't have a great heat. You know, it happens. I had made some mistakes. I rode the wrong board and had some strategy mistakes. So I'm frustrated.
A lot of people say surfing is just outlet for emotion, but sometimes surfing can be the cause of emotion, especially if you're a pro surfer and, you know, your money and everything else is based on your performance in the surf. It sort of changes surfing. It's definitely a cause of anxiety and frustration.
Surfing is like something that gets under your skin, and once it gets under your skin, you can't stop. You always have that feeling for the ocean and wanting to immerse yourself in the ocean and just kind of be one with it. You get so involved, and it just becomes your whole life. And
it's really a time of turmoil. Our Hawaiian tour, the way it's set up right now, it's really hard for local surfers to go and qualify.
My friends and I, mostly Poncho, have kind of formed a group of surfers that get together to try to improve the status of Hawaiian surfers. We live here, we surf here all year long, and then we have the top 44 surfers coming in telling us we can't surf in their events.
Here in Hawaii, with the bigger surf and the broader playing fields, you can put 4 surfers out, and the local surfers tend to take advantage of that. So what happens is when the tour competitors come to Hawaii, got to go up against the locals, they have a little bit harder time in competition because usually they're only dealing with 1 surfer. Now they got to deal with 3 surfers.
My only thing is, you want to get in events, go on the tour. And because I did that, I feel that every single person that want to surf in these events should have to do the same thing.
What we'd like to see happen is them open up the events more and make it a 64-man so we get 16 into the event.
We don't have enough time to run a 64-man.
I know that probably me and Myles won't agree upon how the event should be run. And in my eyes, I had to work to get to where I'm at in my career. And I think every single Hawaiian guy should have to do the same. And I can't be apologizing for my opinion and the way that I go about putting my opinion.
Your opinion is freedom of speech.
I got all these white people that are not even from here telling us what we can do with our events here. That's sad. For me personally, it hurts because I'm a Hawaiian. Like I told the guy, don't tell us how we can run a contest in the 4 days. You know, if we want to run man-on-man, let us run man-on-man. You don't like watching the contest, don't come down to watch.
Coming up next, with 2 weeks until their next competition, the women go crazy in Waikiki. Veronica's antics increase the tension with Holley in more ways than one, pushing them even further apart. Sonny tries to settle the dispute over surf politics, but when he feels stabbed in the back, Sonny must fight to control his anger.
I woke up this morning, 8.
Oh, yeah.
Went back upstairs, went back to sleep. I just woke up.
How was the party last night? I guess that's answer enough.
Raged.
Yeah.
I think I was up till like 5 this morning.
But we're all going to go party tonight. Is that the Roxy party at Duke? Yeah. The Roxy party at Duke tonight. You're in, right? A bunch of girls. We're going to get a hotel room. There you go. And just go big. It's going to be fun.
Hi, I was was wondering if you had any either suites or adjoining rooms available.
Why don't we just take 2 cars?
We're gonna take 2 cars. Wait, Holley.
You guys don't need this car. Yeah, we can take it.
Hey, Holley, I have a plan.
What?
Why don't we just pile on this one and then we'll drive to Monkey's and then I'll ride with Monkey. Because they've got a lift for me in town. Because I'm over driving. I don't want to drive.
You don't want to drive?
No.
Okay. There'll still be enough for 2 cars.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2 plus 2 more, plus Tina and Bevo.
How do we get roped into taking them?
Because they're our friends and I offer. Extra cars is not a problem.
Where are we going to get them from?
Their house at Padaca.
Okay, glad to see you got it under control. Thank you, Holley.
No worries, VK. I'm thinking.
I'm a little bit slow. I just woke up from a nap. Who wants to drive? Sonny. We'll see you later. You're a legend.
We're taking 2 cars.
We're going to a North Shore Committee meeting. We're going to talk about the events. You would think surfing shouldn't have that much politics in it, but I sit in meetings all year long and grumble about the smallest, littlest things.
In the professional level, we could bring more local representation, and we should be in control of the water here, not the ASP.
You always see that I think the best surfers in the world are from Hawaii, and I think there's a lot of talent that are just being wasted, you know, and these guys are just sitting around, just, you know, waiting for a handout.
The top 44, they're afraid of us locals because they know we surf these breaks probably better than they do.
I just want to speak on behalf of the ASP. I mean, me being Hawaiian and local and born and raised here, I feel differently from some of the people here, some of the local guys. I think the local guys, if they want to surf in the event, they should get up off their asses and do the same thing that I did and qualify so I can surf in the events.
Actually, Pancho and Myles and all of them went in and talked to the ASP group, and I think they've come up with a change in the WCT that will make it a lot easier for the local surfers to get into the final round.
For me to hear that 2 of my friends are railroading me, it kind of pissed me off.
I think the Hawaiian surfers are the best surfers in the world. But they're going to need to get off their butts and go on the world tour and prove it.
I came from, you know, poor family. I came from the rougher side of the island, and you need to work for things. And, you know, you can't just expect things to be dropped on your lap. In that sense, I probably wouldn't see eye to eye with a lot of the guys here in Hawaii.
There's an ASP meeting tomorrow from 9 a.m. all day. Or were they interested in what you had to say, or do they care?
Yeah, they care. The way the system's set up right now, it's really frustrating for us local surfers because here comes these surfers onto our turf and we can't come out and compete against the top 44.
It really doesn't make sense. The best local surf's fighting amongst themselves for 2 spots.
Tired.
So tired. But I'm kind of glad since the contest could be on tomorrow.
We went down to Waikiki for the Roxy party and decided to get a hotel room at the Outrigger since the party was at Duke. No, a suite for 5 is fine, I'm sorry. You know, I was sort of leading the charge. I volunteered to put my credit card down.
I can't believe I didn't bring shoes. Hello. Cheers, boys. See you later. Hey, Holley, thanks for putting it up. Hey, Holley, you rock.
Sometimes I feel like the lifestyle is the greatest thing ever. Other times I get really frustrated with the people involved and the peer pressure to be partying all the time. And you don't have to party, but if you want to hang out and have a good time, you don't have to be on the same level as everybody else. Where's the rest of our crew? Are we just over them? I got separated from the girls. They didn't ditch me. They disappeared, but it was only after we were on different trips. I went back to the North Shore, and I figured I'd rather wake up in my own bed, and I knew what they were doing and wasn't disappointed that they left without me.
gonna come in.
No, I was like, sorry.
Gosh, I think she's sleeping. I'll wake her up. Okay, that was some rooms. The Outrigger Hotel's on the phone. They wanted to talk to you about some damaged rooms.
Get their number and tell them I'll call them back.
You talk to the hotel people too?
Yeah.
I didn't even think she stayed there. She didn't even stay there.
No, she didn't.
Have you been over there at all? Because there's some damage to the hotel room.
Yeah, but did you leave her your credit card?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's on. Hello? And even though I put it on my credit card, I just told Veronica, you know, just sign out and, you know, we'll take care of this later. What happened? Well, can you just give me a summary real quick of what the damage was? Stained carpeting. That hotel room that I didn't stay in?
Oh, no.
You stained the carpet, you broke something, and all this.
Psyching on going out the other night. How was it?
I still have the hotel calling me about damage to the room.
Did I stay there and I go, I swung?
No, they're claiming that we stained the carpet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll have to say they tagged out that one. That's the thing, like, I was all, what?
They've taken photos,
right?
You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you show me a photo of a stain on the floor, I got no problem with paying for it.
Well, you know, and it's unfortunate that you probably had nothing to do with a lot of this, other than you probably were doing the girls a favor.
Exactly.
And I think some of those girls are going to need to step to the table.
Well, and I'll definitely make sure that that happens.
I hope you can.
Like, it looked like somebody had just dumped water and then took the picture. It was only like this big. They claimed it took them 3 hours to clean it and charged us like $250 for it.
They already charged my credit card.
Will they show you a stain?
That's where we're going to next. There it is. Oh my God. That or what? I think it's this. It took pictures like a crime scene. I told them they better. Well, if there's a stain, take some photos. Look at this. $225 for the cornice. And $990 because they couldn't rent the room out. Hey Dad, it's Holley. It's day after Thanksgiving. Hope you're having fun in Puerto Vallarta. I'm having some trouble with the hotel in Waikiki. I need some legal advice. If you get this message, please call me back. But nothing was still. I was there.
We didn't, and then when we were time back, I was there for a second. We came back there with a sleeve.
Yeah, they told us that when we went up there that they were new rooms. So if there's a stain, we did it. Like, that's all there is to it.
Where the best big waves in the North Shore come through, and to do good at sunset you have to have a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and a lot of luck.
At 4 a.m. this morning it was 20 feet at 20 seconds, which means it's really, really big. You stoked? Are you excited for it to be big?
Big's one thing, out of control's another thing.
You can never underestimate the ocean. She's very powerful. In the past, you know, people have lost their lives, you know, due to this kind of stuff. There's going to be some men riding some big, big mountains today. I think it's going to come up really fast this morning. They're going to be some exciting heats to watch because it's going to be so big. Guys are going to be going for it. But when you go for it, your body on the line, so there should be some good wipeouts and some good rides before it gets out of control. Next contest being at sunset, it's my favorite spot. And I spend a lot of time out there surfing and practicing and just getting to know the wave every year.
Go grab a heat draw. That one in.
This is my favorite surf spot. Last year I won my first major out here.
Start going for it. Keep going as long as it stays good, you know? Buoys jump pretty hard, so about midday it'll get pretty good.
Sunset is, it's just a huge playing field. It's like there's so many different little takeoff zones at sunset. It's really spread out, you know, maybe like 4 football fields long. So you have to know where to sit. Sunset's a super moody wave, I think. It's constantly changing. You really have to be in tune with the ocean, and you got to be in the right place at the right time. I feel really confident out there, so I'm just going to relax and have a good time, and I'm really looking forward to defending it.
Coming up next, Myles is determined to defend his Triple Crown title as he battles the massive surf of Sunset Beach. But when Sonny goes ballistic, the stage is set for an explosive showdown between Myles and Sonny.
First heat of the day features defending champion Myles Padaca. Last year he's a wild card, went on to win the event. Now he's trying to defend his Triple Crown title as well as the Rip Curl title. He didn't do well in the first event, so he's really got the pressure on him now to do well at Sunset Beach. This is his spot. He won it last year. He wrapped up his Triple Crown title. If anybody can do it, Myles is the guy that can pull it out of the bag.
Really excited to surf my heat. The last few days just sitting around waves, and now it's finally on, so I'm stoked to go out and get this first heat out of the way.
Last year I won my first major. That was at Sunset Beach, the Rip Curl Cup, and I just want to back that up with another win. And I'm really hoping, praying, and looking forward to coming, being on that podium again and taking some victories.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the elimination round of the second jewel of the band's Triple Crown, the Rip Curl Cup at world-famous Sunset Beach. This beach is legendary for its big surf and serious rip currents, and if you aren't an experienced surfer, don't go near the water. For those of you who have been following the local politics, these elimination rounds will be four-man heats. This allows for more local surfers the chance to compete for the Rip Curl Cup.
I always sit in the truck and watch the heat. That's you. Not have people over there like bothering me. I get more nerve-wracked over there. I'm worried about how the waves are going to come across during the heat.
So here we go with our first elimination round. Local hero and defending champion Myles Padaca is up first today. Myles won here last year as a wild card entrant, went on to win the band's Triple Crown. Surfing against Myles today is Australians Luke Egan, Mick Campbell, and Darren O'Rafferty. Defending champion Myles Padaca out in the water in blue for the first round of the $250,000 Rip Curl Cup. Myles Padaca up and riding on the first wave, and it is a beautiful wave. Look at that top turn, huge gouge, spray of water, a combination of top and bottom turn, sets up for the inside cover up. Myles Padaca makes everybody on the beach happy. The locals are cheering. But he's got one tough customer, Luke Egan, number 2 in the world standings, surfing aggressively in hopes of his first world title. And yes, Luke is going to make it tough on Myles Padaca. Luke moves into first place. It is a tight heat, separated by only 1 point right now. It's anyone's game with plenty of time remaining.
Come on, Myles, get this next one.
Now at this point in the heat, Myles Padaca up and riding, currently in third place, getting chased by some big white water. The wave takes shape. He makes it around this one section. They're going for the cover-up. And he makes it out. Myles Padaca, what an amazing ride. The defending champion showing the same form as last year. And that ride launches Myles right back into first place. Mick Campbell is up, and it looks like to be a nice ride for Campbell. Mick suffered a serious back injury last season. This season, however, he's regained his form, but it won't be enough to challenge the defending champion. Crunch time for the Australians, trying to battle off Myles Padaca. Only 35 seconds remaining for these guys to make their move. In red, goofy footer Luke Egan, 16th year pro out of Australia. Some nice smooth turns. And the Australian looking for the wave to take shape, seriously challenging Myles for the lead. He needs one more big wave if he hopes to pass Myles. There's Padaca, late takeoff in blue. Better late than never. Look at this wave take shape to the inside. He's stalling. Going to hit the inside reef. He's setting up. Look at this. He gets covered up for a third time. Surfing here flawlessly, using that local knowledge to really dominate the heat.
Heat's over. He won that one.
Now I can go pee.
Results are in. As expected, Myles Padaca wins the heat. Now let's go down to Bo Hodge, who's with the champ.
Tell us about the last heat in the water and as the defending champion here at the Rip Curl Cup.
It's just great to be out there. I'm really excited just to be competing in the Triple Crown again. You know, really thank the Lord just to be here again and have a chance to represent Hawaii.
Everything went great, and so this is what I look forward to each year. I think coming into the contest, winning last year and trying to defend my Triple Crown title this year and do it again. I feel good. I feel really confident, and I'm really psyched. I'm looking forward to it.
As a
we head into the afternoon, you can see that sunset is living up to its reputation, and the waves are really starting to break outside and pound the beach as well. We'll keep going with the competition, but the surfers are really going to have to work hard to make it on these kind of waves.
I'm in the 5th heat, which is 2-3 hours in. It's going to be too big right around when they'll probably be wanting to cancel the event. So I'll probably be one of those guys out there drowning, trying to do well for my career. And unfortunately, they just sent us out when he knew it was going to be too big today. So I'm going to go right down there and have a few words.
It's a lot better and more efficient to run a 4-man competition. That'll take guys like Sonny and probably irritate him a little bit because he's used to the man-on-man format that he has around the world. But guys like Myles, he used it to his advantage last year. So we'll just see who can handle it more professionally and how well they take it.
Two of my friends, Poncho and Liam, were the reason why we had 4-man heats at Sunset.
No more guys gonna get in the event.
Over 23.
Oh, you guys doing?
The state that this guy is at.
You know you guys like that kind of guys like you.
Sonny freaks out, obviously, for his own reasons.
Well, the Hawaii event. Get trials. No trials. No guys. I should break you up. It's a Hawaii event in Hawaii. See how you guys all feel. Greedy like you guys out like have events, huh? 4-man. You guys think you guys gonna get any more guys in the trials for that? Yeah.
No Emerson.
No more guys gonna get in the event.
Yeah, Sonny hitting Liam was just a huge misunderstanding. I don't think he was informed as well as he should have been, because when you break it down, Sonny's from Hawaii, and all we're trying to do is enable more Hawaiian surfers in the event.
They want to surf in our events. Hey, they should work just as hard as any one of us, in the top 44.
The surfers on the tour, they go around the world surfing in man-on-man heats, and they dictate what they want to do, what kind of format. And when it comes down to it, they're really spoiled.
You guys are all behind it, trying to get more guys in the trials. It's not going to get more guys in the trials having 4-man heat. I have nothing to do with 4-man heat. I know what I heard.
He's been a friend for a long time. My mind's not going to get changed. And I'm not somebody that's threatened, If I can go out here and surf 25-foot waves and put myself and my life in danger, the last thing I'm worried about is, getting beat up.
I don't think anything ever throws me off. I might get into a hassle before my heat, which might make me extremely mad, but I always use that to my advantage. I take it out on the person in the heat, which is good.
It's fair just because it's big, and Sonny's obviously not 100% terrified. It's huge, and it's supposed to get bigger too. So
that's the whole thing with Sunset is that it's where you get the biggest waves ridden, and everybody's like, oh, look at that wipeout. That's the whole attraction of this place.
So as we thought, the waves have really come up this afternoon. The swell is building, and when people attend competitions, they must pay attention to the warning signs. In fact, unless someone is actually out surfing in competition, I wouldn't even go near the water's edge. You've really got to be careful out on the North Shore when the wave conditions are like this.
In our next heat, we have local legend Sonny Garcia in yellow, squaring off against rising star Mick Fanning from Australia in red, and tour veterans, both from Brazil, Rodrigo Darnelis in blue, and Victor Ribas in white. After his dominating performance at the Hawaiian Open, Sonny is the clear favorite to win the Triple Crown. But first, he's going to have to survive the big waves here, pumping at Sunset. Sonny Boy Garcia, huge wave on the outside from West Peak. Drops straight to the bottom, squares it off. Little mushy there, looking for the inside section, and it reforms nicely. A master in this big surf, Sonny Garcia. And he is in perfect form. Garcia with an incredible opening wave. And the crowd loves it. Sonny paddles back out, and if he looks to the horizon, he'll see Mick Fanning, the 21-year-old out of Australia. The fourth-year pro drops into a huge wave. Here comes Fanning, the Australian surfer, really working hard, refusing surfing to give Sonny an easy road to victory. Manning making the most of this wave and should score fairly well, bringing it all the way to the inside. One final snap off the top, and it closes out. The judges' scores are in for those first few waves. And to get this, ladies and gentlemen, a tie between Sonny Garcia and Mick Manning. This is shaping up to be a serious battle between two amazing surfers.
This is the best surfers in the world. This is one of the scariest.
And it's Sonny Garcia grabbing yet another wave. In between some of the larger sets, there's some solid 10 to 12-foot surf. Garcia picking up what he thinks is a performance wave that'll score him the points needed to advance out of this heat. And he has got a performance wave. Now it takes shape on the inside reef. Solid 10-footer, looking for the cover-up. Flows out, punches through the wave, hits the wall speed, and gets through with sheer adrenaline alone. And the judges reward Sonny for his fearless surfing, and he is starting to pull away from Fanning. Sonny Garcia mustering all the energy it takes to get back into the lineup. Where are the waves? Here they come. It's getting out of control. 25 foot on the outer reef. Garcia in yellow. There he is. He's caught this wave. A huge wall of white water. Garcia, this will be his final wave. And his final statement. Garcia charging hard. Focusing on surviving this wave and winning the 6th Triple Crown. Will he make it? The closeout section. And Garcia stands and delivers. Sonny Garcia does it again. Sonny Garcia, not an advocate of the four-man heats, pulls out all the stops and dominates in the massive conditions. Garcia advances into the next round.
For me, surfing is going out, having a heat, and taking it out on the fellow competitors. That's what I thrive on. I don't get confident off of winning. I'm just confident because I know my ability to surf sunset. I know once you win one event, you usually have a really good shot at winning the Triple Crown. So never know. This year might be my year.
That concludes today's elimination round, and that was some heroic surfing. The draw has been posted for the next round. All surfers should report to the competitors' tent and check out who they'll be surfing against tomorrow.
Should be fun. Pretty stacked heat. So, and me, Myles, Andy Irons, and Shane Powell, which is a pretty stacked heat. So I'm going for my 6th Triple Crown. Myles is just trying to defend his Triple Crown. So the world title is probably more than likely going to be decided in this event.
Sunset has so many different moods. It's constantly changing out there, and you really have to be in tune with the ocean, and you got to be in the right place at the right time. Every surfer in the heat, they won the contest there before. There's a lot of strategy, a lot of skill involved, but then there's also a lot of luck.
Sonny, Andy, and Myles, really exciting heat. I heard people all up and down the bike path talking about this heat. And, Sonny's on fire, just won Holley, and Andy's going to win the world title. So I say Myles is the one that's going to have to step up and take one of them down. So it should be really exciting to watch.
You go into the heat, it's every man for himself. It's really dog eat dog, and that's where the friendship ends.
Girlfriend pays a visit.
I have the same temptations that anyone else has. I'm not trying to follow the Lord's plan. No sex before marriage.
It's something that we struggle with.
Holley looks to continue her winning ways at the 2nd jewel of the women's Triple Crown of Surfing, but she battles more than just the waves. Meanwhile, Damien, Sonny, and defending Triple Crown champion Myles all have their sights set on winning as the Rip Curl Cup continues.
I knew it was going to be a hard heat. I mean, everybody's all capable of surfing sunset really well, so it was just a matter of who went out and got the best waves and rode them the best.